Hello and welcome in another episode of Cookiebreak. With me is as always Forpiana.
Hi everyone.
And of course me.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. I was thinking we're gonna do the thing, but
we need to. I don't know. It's not complicated, but we need to work something out because it's not how it's supposed to be. Anyway.
Yeah, maybe next time.
Yes, next time will be fine.
Yeah, back to the topic, back to the greetings. So hi, hello, everyone. Welcome in New Year. I think again because we already have a few or one episode this year.
One episode.
Yeah, if you didn't watch it, go because I believe we were summarizing, or no, we were saying about what titles we are anticipating this year. I think
That's
so.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yes, we were. We had our maybe not preferences, but our favorite.
The top list. Yeah.
That's right.
We should call it wish list. Our wish list.
Our wish list. Exactly. I believe it was 8 positions, and we will wait for what's to come.
And for one of these positions, we are waiting for almost like 12 years or something like that.
Anyway, back to the topic of today's episode.
Back to the topic, because I think we kind of have, I would say, poetic topic today.
I must agree.
Yeah, it's kind of is. I
really like it. I was so proud because you don't know this, but this was Pelican's idea, and I was so proud of him. It's super catchy, first of all, and interesting.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a super title on the thumbnail on Spotify. What happened with disappearing coins? And I just paint you the picture, guys, because I was playing the game, obviously, because it wasn't like any normal games, because I wanted to play some old games, like old school. Let's just go with old school to just, kind of grasp this feeling of, I don't know, being a kid or something like that. I don't know if you have that moment that you want to come back to some games that you played like way in your young age. Yeah.
Yes, all the time. I have my own games.
So I don't have that time, that kind of the thinking, but it was like this sudden urge, and I just found in PlayStation Store or something like that. Basically, I bought this PlayStation subscription or whatever, and they have classic catalog of the games. And actually, I think it's pretty cool, but the list could be actually wider.
Cool.
Yeah, I anticipated something. I don't know. I don't know what I anticipated because I didn't play in most of these classic games, because back in the days we are only PC peasants and we were always thinking like the console players are better, or I don't know. I don't know why we thought that console are superior.
I can tell you why. I think it was because do you remember from what place we get our games? What kind of, because it wasn't, I remember it was not from the stores, not exactly.
No, it was from the stores.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was from our uncle who have those games.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and he installed plenty of games on our PC. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was going to say we get our games from the magazines back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Our magazine here in Poland. Yeah, that was what I was going to say, but you just blurted out the thing with the uncle. But yeah, we had the magazines, and sometimes you could get some.
And I think also this is only like I don't think that in many countries was actually something like that you can bought actually games from the magazine.
I'm not sure.
Kiosk, yeah.
I don't think. I think maybe it wasn't something cultural, to be honest. But
I don't know.
Well, anyway, you could buy some yourself a magazine and get a cool game. Not always.
Not a cool game, but put a game.
Yeah.
It was something back in the days.
Well, if you wanted to play on console, you had to spend some money, if I remember correctly, because the game
But PC was not only more expensive than the console. Like the games wasn't so expensive, but the console was cheaper actually. But I was thinking the otherwise. Yeah, definitely it was.
Oh,
I think
that's
so.
Interesting.
I mean, I would need to check it, but I think it was cheaper. I mean, its console is still cheaper.
That's well, yes, that's true. That it is cheaper. Do you remember our first console? Oh my god, I just remember the first. Yeah.
And I think it was not Pegasus, but some fake Pegasus on the cartridge.
Of course. We got this. We got everything from what's it's called?
Do you remember this weird? I don't know. It was either Japanese or Chinese game with you know, Asian subtitles, and I didn't know.
Yes. And the people
I played the heck a lot of this game actually, and I think I was near the end. I believe so.
I remember RoboCop. I remember I think the game you're talking about. They were like 4 characters, all colorful.
Yes,
alike.
You could change the characters. Yeah,
they
and they have different
like Power
abilities.
Rangers a little bit. Yes, I remember.
Yeah, but the game was 2D, guys. So it was basically sprites. But and there was. I remember later, like in the game, you were on the spaceship or some flying ship or something like that.
It was something like that, yeah. But
there was
we
a
did
lot of things going on.
What is called the game? Space, not Space Wars, like spaceships.
Space Invader.
You know, Space Invader.
Oh,
do you remember?
Yeah.
That was fun. And of course Mario.
Oh yeah. But going back to the topic, because I don't know if I said what happened with disappearing coins, because I played the game Sly Cooper 2. Actually cool game. I really wanted to play it as a kid, but now I am just discovering it as an adult. And I even found it curious, like how like the games evolve, because you know, when you are playing on the console right now, you are, you know, going back in any kind of menu by pressing circle. But back in the days, you need to press triangle, and you still need to do that, like in the Sly Cooper. And I'm like, wow, like. I even forgot about these things, and another thing was disappearing coins. Because I found out that in the game you can, you know, destroy some crates, destroy vase or something like that, and then coins are dropping from these things, and then after a while they disappear if you won't pick it up. And I was thinking, god damn, there was plenty of that mechanic back in the days. Like you basically was catching anything.
Yeah, I remember, well, we mentioned Super Mario, when you basically had to collect all the coins you could.
Yes.
To I don't know. I don't remember why. Because
you were just collecting
necessary.
them.
Yeah, it wasn't necessary to win the game.
Yeah.
Because you had to rescue.
And the shrooms were better, and the sunflower, I believe, was OP. Because it changed you into it
made you
fire
larger
Mario.
And more powerful, and you could be White Mario. I don't remember why white, what the White Mario was capable of. But anyway, you're right.
Oh, he was tossing fireballs.
Oh, that's...
I don't know if you remember. And you are just going and spamming, and it was like this really not weird sound, but everybody who plays Mario will know this sound of dropping these fireballs.
I just remember the funny white suit. It was basically the red one, but
the gardener suit. Yeah.
Yes. But yes, you're right. The coins, they were, if you didn't catch them, they
disappeared.
Yes, they disappeared, and you didn't need them to finish the game, as we were saying.
Yeah, and I wonder why they disappear. Like, why this mechanic? Like, of course, like if something is dropping from basically anything, I'm gonna pick it up. But why I have time limit on this? And why they suddenly drop it?
I have a theory. I think it was a mechanic to make you go, like, not stay in one place, just go, move forward, and kinda create this, I don't know,
the feeling
anxiety.
Of urgency. Yeah, that.
I would say anxiety than urgency, but yes.
I don't think they
anxiety.
thought about,
I had anxiety.
The player need to have an anxiety when they are looking for these coins.
What do you mean? You're trying to catch all the coins and just
you
starting
can't catch
to
all of the
disappearing?
Coins,
Yes.
But I think this, especially like this mechanic or something like that, I think it's going way back forward when they were, like you said, you didn't need to pick up these coins in Mario to finish the game. Like, you just need to run from one place to other. And in many platform games, where there are always the coins, that's why you're just showing you the path.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
that is true.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you remember the game? I don't remember which one it was. It was about the Sonic, and you had to basically
there was this
running
rings you were catching. Yeah.
And yes, and you're catching. You were trying to, take.
Yeah, I mean, there they work it as lives, because basically if you have non-rings and you hit on something, basically you were dead. But yeah, basically you don't need to actually catch any rings to finish the game.
Maybe it was because they had to, help you get from one place to another and to encourage you somehow.
Oh, probably yes. And players like to gather things, so let them gather coins or something like that.
Because if you remember in the past, when we played this kind of games as a kid, we didn't think anything about it. But now when we're talking about it, do you remember Croc?
Yeah.
You could. We were
basically, you don't need to know anything about this game. As a kid, you are playing as a crocodile with a backpack on, and you can hit things with your tail. Like,
it was amazing. It was amazing, but you had to collect. I don't know if you remember this crystals.
Oh yeah, not this Oompa Loompas.
I think
like
you had to
weird
beat the Oompa
things
Loompas
with eyes. No,
I remember
maybe
crystals.
it was from Rayman. I don't know.
You had to. Yes, Rayman. Also in Rayman you gathered something. I don't remember what exactly, but
I think it was looms.
And why? Do you remember why?
I think later there was a lore to it that you are rescuing them or something, but it was just, one of these platformers specific mechanic that, they need to gather something.
Yeah, simpler times. You're just hitting things, collecting them, and running
I was thinking,
to the goal.
how many mechanics like that, even like, going to the previous menu by using triangle, actually, we have lost. Because they are not, I don't know, we are not actively using them in games, like, the design.
Not necessary.
Or maybe they are not necessary, but I think there was something cool about this, that you were, just gathering some points, and basically you didn't know what for. And actually, it wasn't even about gathering points. It was about gathering these shiny things that are in front of the screen. And basically, that was gaming back then. I think maybe this is a thing that right now we are really different. There are really different type of gamers.
Yeah, I have to agree, but I have to say right now we are thinking about it like, it was charming, it was something cool. We kind of needed, but I remember how frustrating it could be when you had to save the game and you could do it only in a specific place. Oh
yeah, I always like this idea. I don't know why, because
I don't.
I always think about Beyond Good and Evil, and it was so cool that you need to go to this station, enter the disc, and I was like thinking, I wasn't thinking this is like the coolest moment in the game, but I don't know, it didn't bother me.
You didn't? I didn't like it. I like the, I can hit a button, autosave, or my own save.
You are quick save girl, okay.
Well, not exactly. I am, but I don't trust the quick save, so I have to make my own save. So I am creating basically 3 saves of the same phase of the game.
Saves. I remember like back in the, I think when there was a bigger difference between console games and PC games, like on PC you could often actually save at any time, any place, but at the console games there were actually either checkpoint or this save points.
Yes, that's right. Checkpoint. I remember now. I think in. Do you remember what was his name? The kangaroo.
Kaothekangaroo.
Yeah, kaothekangaroo. I think Kao had something like that.
Probably.
I remember you were struggling with defeating the hunter guy. I don't remember his name.
One?
Yes, and you were losing.
It didn't have a name. It was just the hunter guy.
The hunter guy. Well, yeah, I don't know if I remember this correctly, but I remember you were struggling because the game was.
Back in the games didn't even have this mechanical tutorial.
it was cruel. Well, I think about it now, it was cruel.
And they were hard because, yep.
Do you remember the game with, I don't know if you remember, you're younger than me, with, from the Lion King?
Oh yeah, I remember.
Game.
I remember.
If you lost the game, you're basically
actually last year I played it. I mean, I didn't play it, but I was looking at someone who is playing it.
Oh, did they win?
Oh no, Natalie lost.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, that's so bad.
I don't think she finished it. But we also played the Peter Pan, the old Peter Pan.
I don't know Peter Pan. What's the Peter Pan was about?
Oh, you were flying as Peter Pan and you were fighting pirates. The coolest game ever.
Simpler times.
Yeah, but they were... Oh, and Pink Panther. I don't know if you remember that one.
No. Pink Panther. I know Pink Panther.
Or even some games with Donald the Duck.
Oh my god. You know what I remember now? Do you remember the annoying bird, Woody? The game about... Yes. What this...
The game about annoying bird?
Yes, the species of the bird. It's called, you know, they hitting the tree, the wood. Do you remember the
woodpecker?
The I think so. Yes, I know in Polish what is kind of.
Say in Polish.
Oh my god. Wait, saying in Polish.
Yeah, that's a tricky question. Yeah, woodpecker.
I'm sorry. Woodpecker. So yeah, do you remember the game? I remember it was really annoying, but you were collecting something. Oh,
as a woodpecker?
Another game. Yes, I remember you had to do something. It was like kaothekangaroo. This kind of. I say you were much younger, and you might not remember. But another game, I know you and I love.
With long lost mechanic, yeah.
Toy Story. Do you remember? Running around.
Yeah, I finished it, yeah.
And it was, when I'm talking about the mechanics, I think about how you had to basically help yourself to remember jump or fly or do anything. You had to think, I would like to say.
Yeah, and even
really think what to do.
And I remember in this game there was plenty of things like unlockable things like in the games because you needed to. I mean, we have still like this kind of backtracking in the games, but I think like back in the days there was plenty of things like that you saw some element that you could actually interact later on, but you need to unlock something, go back to this place again, and
yes, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, back in the days, it was... I don't think it was easier to replay the level, but it was like... I don't know. It was like... It just worked... It's worked different in my mind as right now, because right now, if I am saying about replaying the level, I am thinking, open world, and that you need to go back to this region and check this thing. But back in the days, I need to, load up this level, basically unlock something later on. And it was, I don't know. I mean, the mechanic is probably the same, but working is different.
Much more work back then, I think. It required playing games, simpler ones, to be honest, but it required, I think, more thinking, more acting, more... even, when you didn't know what to do, you had to have... well, you didn't, but you could. Like right now, we don't have any more the guides, physical guides. It
was always the coolest when you install the game and there is the instruction and there's the guide to the game and in the instruction you're meeting, the heroes. Yeah, I really like that. To read during installation.
Yes, I remember when. I don't know if you told me this or I just read it for myself, but when the guide had told you like, oh, you could do this way or that way, and we didn't do it at all. I'm referring to I think I had something like that in Mass Effect when I basically didn't know what to do and how to do it. The guide the first one. Yes. So yeah, the guides.
And the guide was massive to this game, yeah. And
we lost don't have guides anymore. Yeah. We don't have nobody. I think nobody No,
I mean, you have
scratch
guides
that.
in the internet.
Yeah,
so yeah.
internet. If you need help, you can just write on Reddit or ask someone, and
Yeah, but
someone will know.
I would even ask another question. What was the last time when you actually bought the physical copy of the game?
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't even own in my home right now any physical copy of any game. I remember on our old apartment we still have some from our childhood. But
Yes.
yes,
Plenty
I
of
don't.
games.
My PC doesn't even have the CD
drive,
station.
yeah.
Why would it have?
Yeah,
when
mine too,
right now.
actually. That's crazy.
Yeah, it is. Do you remember? Oh, right. I remember now the big what is called the big thing with all the CDs, all the games. Do you remember when the games had like 4 CDs and the game was
plenty
on
of
them?
CDs. And you
And
need
you
to
had
put
to-
the CD into the drive
Yes.
so the game gonna work. Yeah.
Yes, or you had to put in
CDK.
specific order. Yes, because
Yeah.
it wouldn't work otherwise. Yeah, so that was interesting. So old games, old mechanics.
Yeah, but I think right now, like I don't know, but I think I have this idea that back in the days, like every game has kind of their own mechanic, but right now they're often maybe not simplified, but they are often similar, because well, Batman Arkham series have detective mode that is highlighting the interesting spots for you to check. But then every other game with semi-open world and open worlds have, some kind of sense that is highlighting something for you so we can actually interact with it. And to that extent, it's kind of, I wouldn't say it's boring, but maybe it is like, oh, well, it's nothing innovative. I mean, this is working for the game, and players are knowing this mechanic. So it's actually easier to implement, but still I'm like, yeah, back in the days we have like, I don't know, maybe we didn't have this sense, but you need to really think as a player with what you can actually interact and what things to check. And I don't know. Right now I would say just simpler than before. Like user interface of the game. Like every game have cool design for the game, but right now, or maybe not right now, but a few years prior, everything was kind of simplified to show more things on the screen, to not interrupt
That's
immersion or something like that. And yeah, I think we lost something thanks to this, but we actually gain new visuals and this immersion. So we lost something to gain something.
But I think now some of the games are kind of trying to recreate the melancholy of the older games.
I would say we are even going back to this exactly to these older games.
Many people are missing the good old times. So I'm not really surprised they're trying to recreate this and even create the games with as you said, new visual, but with the old techniques. So I think it's kind of cool to try to mix that.
Oh yeah, especially
I really like it.
Some old mechanics could actually really work well, like in these years, like in this let's say modern gaming, but just with a twist. And I think plenty of games you doing that, because you can even see that roguelike, because when I'm saying roguelike, I'm meaning Dead Cells, of course. Basically Dead Cells is Mario on steroids.
Yeah,
you're just moving the character the same. Just in Dead Cells your character is changing weapons, fighting, dodging, but basically it's Mario, but with different twist.
Half the time I was watching this, I didn't know what's going on the screen. It's so flashy and quick and fast.
Oh yeah,
and
I love it. I need to play this game.
It's cool. It looks cool. But do you remember the first? I mean, again, this is nothing new, but we are talking about the new games using old features games to kind of pick on not this melancholy of us. But yeah, well, do you think so? Would you say do you prefer the games as they are right now, or would you like to go back and maybe, I don't know, maybe play the old games more? Because we tend to pick the new.
I think I respect what was back then, but I really like what we have right now. And I sometimes when I'm playing this, especially Sly Cooper 2, when I am kind of, laughing when I need to, when the character need to climb on something, there is actually, blue light near the thing that you can interact it, and you need to press like the specific button for climbing. You cannot just, run space and the character is starting to climb. No. You need to find this specific thing that you can actually climb on, and then you can actually move forward. So I would say it's funny right now to look at these things from this experience that you gain as a player, and like especially that we are older. I'm just like I have some laughs looking at this mechanics, but I really like that we jump some of them, and we didn't actually try to fit them in every genre, or try to fit them for a longer period of time, that we just developed and evolved some mechanics, like we don't have so many life bars in the game. I mean, in the FPS actually, in first-person shooter, there was actually this mechanics that you have the life bar basically, and you can use first aid kit to heal yourself. But I think from the Call of Duty 2, I'm not sure which game was first, basically you didn't have life bar, but you can just take some amount of damage before you let's say pass out. But if you hide in the cover, you can actually heal yourself by default. So I think that's also actually a really cool evolve of this mechanic.
I didn't know that. That's so frustrating. Sounds frustrating. I would like to know.
Know what?
How much health do I have?
Oh, that's point. Yeah, but it was frustrating on the other hand, because, well, if you were low on health and there wasn't any med kits, you can actually, just go around the corner and just die, and basically the game you couldn't actually move. You would need to go back who knows how long, and if you didn't have the previous save, like this was the whole other problem with the health bars, especially like in these games like Call of Duty or something like that. But yeah, and I think we evolve with some of the mechanics in a good way. But I wouldn't say all of the, like, let's say, current mechanics are good. I mean, loot boxes were really bad, but there was a period in the games where they were everywhere. But
really
now,
popular.
Yeah, but now loot boxes evolve, I don't know, in gacha games, kinda?
Oh yes, I think it's kinda you can have gacha without the loot boxes, to be honest.
Yeah, because basically
it's not gacha anymore.
Yeah, exactly. But I think the whole gaming industry came to the conclusion that loot boxes are not as great as they thought at the beginning. But yeah, I would say yes. I like the new mechanics. I have my loves at the older mechanics, but they're like, I'm looking from the experience right now at them. Because when I was playing as a younger gamer, I didn't just notice them. But yeah, let us know, guys, what do you think about this old mechanics? Maybe you are missing one dearly, or maybe tell us about you are not missing, like health bars in Call of Duty games.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, subscribe, follow, leave a comment.
So take care, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.